All right, today we're going to tie the Shadow Puppet Prince Nymph. So we're going to start off with a Foaling Mill FM 5085 in size 14 device, just your standard 2x long nymph hook. And I have a slotted tungsten bead, 2.8 millimeter, from Saluda Beads here in their rainbow color. And we're going to get started with some Veevus 10-aught thread in black. So I used a slotted bead here, one, because it still works, but two, I didn't have a countersunk bead in 2.8 millimeter. Typically with a non-jigged hook, you would just use a countersunk bead and call it good. But you can, in a pinch, if you have slotted beads, you can get them to work. I'm just going to lay down a nice thread base down here at the bend of the hook. I like to make a little, almost like a little football of thread, and it just helps splay out these tails, because these tails are going to be some stripped Goose Biots in black. So this variation, which I'm not the name, I call them right now. I'm calling them the Shadow Puppet. If you have a better name for it, please let me know in the comments. I'm sure there's a lot better names for it, but basically, it's just a variation that lets these rainbow beads kind of be the main focus, main flash of the pattern, and then just have a silhouette of the fly presented to the fish. So we're just going to take our tails, these Goose Biots, and have them sort of splaying out from each other. Get them how much you like them. I like them maybe 3/4 of a hook shank. Definitely I don't like them a whole hook shank, and they look a little tiny if you do less than if you half a hook shank. I like about 3/4. Let that little football of thread that you made help them splay out. You can kind of see that they kind of splay out there now. And I like to, once I get a few turns to really secure that, come in here and just give those a nice little quick trim, and then finish securing those with the hook shank. So I will come in here with a black wire here in a Brassie size. You'll notice with this, every material is going to just be black material. And I really think that for the body here, ice tub in black, I really think it's going to present a nice, almost like when the trout are feeding on bugs during the middle of the day. All the bugs are going to be backlit by the sun. They're really just going to be feeding on silhouettes that look like what they're trying to eat. So we're just going to make that even more prominent. So in clear water, full sun days, you can make this kind of presents more natural, and then you have that bead with all those colors, because I don't know if I can fish a fly that doesn't have some kind of hot spot, whether it's a hot spot collar or a hot spot tag or something. So kind of had to do those things. It's like, I don't think I can get away without doing it. So we used this really flashy bead to accomplish that. All right, got one fiber there that's just going crazy. Trim that out. I like to leave just a tiny bit of a gap there for all my other materials to suck down in so I don't crowd the bead too much. So now I'm just going to take this wire, wrap it through. One thing that's nice about wrapping through a wire on an ice dubbed body is if you have any part of that dubbing that you feel is just slightly bigger than you wanted, you can put that wire right on the top of that, right on the top of that little clump of dubbing, and it will kind of suck that back down to all fingers in front of it. There, wire was still just a little bit there. Anyway, that'll suck that dubbing right back down into the body of the fly that you're wanting to go with. So now I'm going to go back to those Goose Biots for the wing on top. And again, I'm just using the black Biots. So for this time, we're going to get them to splay out and down. We're just going to get those positioned how I want them. We can kind of mess with these a little bit. We want a bit of a splay away from each other, which I'm kind of ruining what I had. But that'll work. So get those attached. I do like to fold these over and try to get a wrap on top of them if I can before I come in. Use my other scissors where I can come in here a little bit. Look closer. Those out. I really do like having some scissors that are curved tip. I think you can get in there just a little bit better. Well, we'll back this up while we still can, because I trimmed out that biot. So we'll have to do a little editing on this one. So with those splayed out how you want them, and as even as you can get them, just line them up there. Now, if your thread tension is going to want to pull them over to the side, so it can help to use a couple of loose wraps first before you get settled on where you got them. I do like to try to get a couple turns of thread on those, and then there you got those wings up there. And try to come in here close, trim off those, and then you can see got that wing sitting up top there. explain to each side. So now I like to grab some CDL, and now you can use a black soft hackle if you'd like. CDL gives lots of great movement, so that's something I like to use. It's also the only black soft hackle replacement that I have, so don't ever feel like you have to follow a pattern exactly. One thing with the CDC, it is a material that I would say definitely creates a messier fly, like messier, buggy looking pattern. The CDC really just kind of goes wherever it wants. Wraps in front, behind. Sometimes if you lick your fingers, you can start to get everything to move back, so you can get some good wraps in front and try to get things going backwards. But I wouldn't worry too much about it. Trim that out. Got all your parts going all over the place here. Now there's your soft hackle, which the CDC moves incredibly well in the water. Fish absolutely love it. So while this might be a messier looking soft hackle, I think CDC fishes better than a normal hackle that you put on a Prince. So just give this a couple turns of a lip finish. Then you can come on here, trim this thread out close, and there you have a shadow puppet Prince nymph. This is a pattern that I think is going to take full advantage of that bead. You can see all those colors that are just flying everywhere. And I think the fish, they won't be able to resist it. So let me know in the comments what you think of this pattern. You think the name should change or what? And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.